What is up, everybody? JT Dangerous here once again. I'm back for my Week 9 NFL predictions. Now, Week 8 just ended with the Kansas City Chiefs defeating the Denver Broncos on Monday Night Football tonight. So our record finishing up Week 8 is 10-3. So we're coming in hot. We have another 10-win record this week in NFL predictions. We had 10 wins last week. So we're on a 2-week winning streak, and hopefully in this video I'll make it 3 weeks. Now, before I begin, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching all the videos up until this point, especially last week's NFL predictions. You guys blew up last week's NFL predictions. We had over 1,073 views on that video. You guys super kicked that like button 15 times, and we had 60 comments from fantastic NFL football fans with their predictions and also representing their teams. So I do want to thank you guys so very much for all the support in Week 8's NFL predictions and all the videos in the month of October. Of course, this is the last week in the month of October. We're going into November. So again, thank you guys so very much for watching and supporting all the videos that I have put up in the month of October. And hopefully in this video, you'll show your support by watching the video, super kicking that like button, and as always, putting your picks in the comment section and representing your teams as well. Now, if you have not checked out my other 2 videos that I put up on my channel, definitely go check them out if you haven't already. My Week 10 college football predictions and my New Japan Pro Wrestling Power Struggle 2017 predictions. So remember, 3 videos are up on the channel, so hopefully you guys will watch all 3 videos. Now, we are at 250 plus subscribers now on the channel, so I do want to thank you guys so very much for supporting the channel. To new subscribers, thank you guys so very much for super kicking that subscribe button, and welcome to the Dangerous Line. It's absolutely great to have you guys here. And to my longtime subscribers, thank you guys for sticking around, supporting the channel, and as always, killing that. Now, this is your first time watching my channel as a first-time viewer, and this is your first video. Welcome to the Dangerous Lions. I am JT Dangerously, and welcome to the club, because this club is just too... Whoop, whoop. Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into these Week 9 predictions. Now, starting off with the buys, we got 6 teams that are on buys. So as I always say, if you have players that are on buy in your fantasy football league, definitely have suitable replacements to fill up those spots. Now, the 6 teams that are on bye this week are the Chicago Bears, the winless Cleveland Browns, the Los Angeles Chargers, the Minnesota Vikings, my New England Patriots, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So remember, if you have players on any of those 6 teams, definitely have suitable replacements in your Week 9 fantasy matchup. Now, let's start off on Thursday Night Football. There's an AFC East battle between the Buffalo Bills heading to New York to face the New York Jets. Now, the Buffalo Bills are coming off a huge win at home over the Oakland Raiders. Their defense looked amazing, 4 turnovers. Shady McCoy had a great game on the ground. Tyrod Taylor also had a great game. So Buffalo being in second place in the AFC East behind my New England Patriots are maybe the only team that's going to give us a run for their money this year in the AFC East. Then on the other side, you have the New York Jets are coming off a very tough loss to the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday. They had that game early, but they just lost it late, as usual, because it's the Jets. So, coming from me in this AFC East battle on Thursday Night Football, I can see this game going either way, because if I pick the Bills, the Jets are going to win. If I pick the Jets are going to lose. So, coming from me, I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills to defeat the New York Jets on Thursday Night Football. And now the Sunday slate, which is, of course, 10 a.m. here on the West Coast and 1 p.m. on the East Coast. Starting off in a AFC South battle featuring the Indianapolis Colts heading to Houston to face the Houston Texans. Now, the Indianapolis Colts are coming off a very tough loss to the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday. They had that game, most of the game, but they just lost it in the end. Jacoby Brissett had a pretty solid game, but just fell short. Now, we still do not know when Andrew Luck is going to come back for the Colts. It could be this week, could be the week after the bye. So either or, it could go either way with him. Jack Doyle also had a great game at the tight end position for the Colts. So if Jacoby Brissett plays or Andrew Luck plays, it definitely helps the Colts. Then on the other side, you have the Houston Texans, who took a very tough loss in one of the best games in Week 8 against the Seattle Seahawks in a shootout. Even in a loss, Deshaun Watson had a hell of a game. over 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. One was a pick six. No, he had 3 picks. I'm sorry, he had 3 picks, the 2 from Richard Sherman. But 4 touchdowns against a very good defense like Seattle. He had 2 touchdowns to Will Fuller, the 5th, and DeAndre Hopkins. They were shredding the Seahawks defense for sure in that game, but just fell a little bit short. And they're definitely looking to continue the Houston momentum. And hopefully they're going to continue the Houston strong. So coming from me in this AFC South battle, I'm going to go with the AFC South leading Houston Texans to defeat the Indianapolis Colts. And now the next matchup, it is the Cincinnati Bengals heading to Jacksonville to face the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now the Cincinnati Bengals are coming off a huge win at home over the Indianapolis Colts on Sunday. They came back from being down most of that game and won in the 4th quarter. Andy Dalton had a great game. Joe Mixon had a great game on the ground. AJ Green had another touchdown. So Cincinnati's getting back on track, and they're looking to continue their roll. Then on the other side, you have the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are coming off a bye this last week, so they're coming in fresh, they're coming in healthy. They also added a huge defensive tackle in a trade with the Buffalo Bills, getting Marcel Darius to bolster their great defense in Jacksonville. Hopefully Leonard Fournette will play for the Jacksonville Jaguars this week, because they definitely going to need him in the running game. Blake Bortles has got to definitely not make mistakes in this game to keep the Jacksonville Jaguars hot in the AFC South. So coming from me in this matchup, and this one's going to be a really good one. Oh man, this one's really tough. I'm going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars to defeat the Cincinnati Bengals. And now the next matchup, an NFC South battle featuring the Tampa Bay Buccaneers heading to the Superdome to face the New Orleans Saints. Now the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are coming off another heartbreaking loss to the Carolina Panthers on Sunday. They are just not looking good. And I know there's some great Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans in my comment section and subscribers. This Tampa Bay team went 2 steps forward last season, and now coming into this season, they've gone like 5 steps backwards. I don't understand why they have just looked this bad. I mean, it's pretty sad to see this. I mean, Jameis Winston did not have a great game. He had a pick. They just did not look good. I don't know what's happening to this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team this season after a fantastic season last year. They look like they're going in the wrong direction this season. And now they have to go to the Superdome to face the New Orleans Saints, who are coming off a big win over a very game Chicago Bears team. Drew Brees didn't really have to do much because their defense got it done. Mark Ingram got it done on the ground. Kamara had another touchdown game. Michael Thomas also had a big-time game for the Saints. So coming from me in this NFC South battle, and again, I'm just very disappointed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this season. I know this is just not turning out to be the season I thought it was going to be for the Bucs. So coming from me in this matchup, unfortunately, I am going to be taking the New Orleans Saints to defeat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And now the next matchup, it is the Los Angeles Rams heading to Gotham to face the New York Giants. Now the Los Angeles Rams are coming off a bye last week. They're coming in fresh. Jared Goff's going to be healthy. That amazing defense is going to be healthy. Todd Gurley's going to be healthy. Sammy Watkins, Cooper Kupp. Definitely they're looking to get back on track and looking to continue this unbelievable success this season for the Rams. Then on the other side, you have the New York Giants, who are also coming off a bye last week. They're going to be coming in healthy, but still, the pieces are not there anymore. Odell Beckham Jr. is out for the season. Sterling Shepard's out for the season. Brandon Marshall's out for the season. So they're going with young rookie talents, some great running backs, but their defense is the only thing going for them. So coming from me in this matchup, oh man, this one's really tough. I'm going to take the Los Angeles Rams to continue their winning ways and defeat the New York Giants. And now the next matchup, another NFC South battle featuring the Dirty Birds, the Atlanta Falcons, heading to Charlotte to face the Carolina Panthers. Now the Atlanta Falcons are coming off a big win over the New York Jets on the road. They were down in that game, but they found a way to come back. Matt Ryan had a great game. Mohamed Sanu had a good game. Tevin Coleman had a good game on the ground other than Devontae Freeman. And they just got it done against a very, very weak Jets team. So they're looking to get back on track after their blowout loss to the Patriots last week in week 7. Then on the other side of the Carolina Panthers are coming off a big win on the road against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Carolina looked good. Cam Newton had a pretty okay game, not a 300-yard game. He had one touchdown to Kelvin Benjamin. Their running game definitely showed up. Jonathan Stewart, Christian McCaffrey, and their defense got it done for Carolina. So coming from me in this NFC South battle, ooh, this one's going to be a really good one. I can see Carolina giving them a very tough test. But coming from me, I just think with all those weapons for Atlanta, I'm going to take the Atlanta Falcons to defeat the Carolina Panthers. And now the next matchup, it is the Baltimore Ravens heading to Nashville to face the Tennessee Titans. Now the Baltimore Ravens are coming off a blowout win, and I mean a blowout win over the Miami Dolphins on Thursday Night Football, putting a 40-burger on Miami. Joe Flacco did get hurt by Kiko Alonso in a very dirty play because it's Kiko Alonso. But they put in Ryan Mallett, and Ryan Mallett got it done in Joe Flacco's absence. Now, their running game, that kid Collins had a great game on the ground. Their defense just shredded the Miami offense, smothered Matt Moore. So they're coming in with a big-time win, and they're looking to continue that win. Then on the other side, you have the Tennessee Titans who are coming off a bye. They're coming back home. Marcus Mariota is going to be healthy. Derrick Henry is going to be healthy. DeMarco Murray is going to be healthy. The running, the defense, the passing, everything is looking to get back on track for the Tennessee Titans. So coming from me in this matchup, again, I can see Baltimore doing a whole 360. They have one big win and then they just lay an egg in the next game. But I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens to defeat the Tennessee Titans. And now the next matchup, it is the Denver Broncos heading to Philly to face the Philadelphia Eagles. Now the Denver Broncos are coming off a very tough loss tonight on Monday Night Football over the Kansas City Chiefs. They just did not look good, and there's another team in the AFC West that is slipping from a pretty solid season last season to now being a very, they're going a couple steps backwards, and they're not looking good right now. Then on the other side, you have there's a team that's having a hell of a season in the NFC East, the Philadelphia Eagles, coming off a huge win over the winless San Francisco 49ers. Carson Wentz had a great game. Alshon Jeffrey had a great game. LeGarrette Blount had a great game. Their defense got it done, and I've heard a rumor, and take this with a grain of salt, that the Eagles want to get Calvin Johnson, but the Lions want Alshon Jeffrey. So take that rumor, Philadelphia Eagles fan, with a grain of salt. That's what I heard. So coming from me in this matchup, now this is going to be it's the no-fly zone versus this high-flying Eagles offense and fantastic defense with Ronald Darby coming back for them. So coming from me in this matchup, I'm going to take the number one team in the NFC East, the Philadelphia Eagles, to defeat the Denver Broncos. And now the next matchup, an NFC West battle featuring the Arizona Cardinals heading to Santa Clara to face the winless San Francisco 49ers. Now the Arizona Cardinals are coming off a bye last week, so they're coming into this week without their starting quarterback. Now, if you did not hear last week, Carson Palmer broke his arm, so he's going to be out for 8 weeks, so they're going to start with Drew Stanton. Now, this has happened before. Drew Stanton has backed up Carson Palmer in the past, and he's done a pretty okay job as starting quarterback for the Cardinals. But he does have weapons, like he has Larry Fitzgerald. He has AP all-day Adrian Peterson. He has that great defense. So Arizona is going to definitely struggle without Carson Palmer, but Drew Stanton is a pretty solid backup for the Cardinals. Then on the other side, you have the winless San Francisco 49ers who are continuing their losing streak. They got blown out by another NFC East team. Last week it was the Cowboys. This week it was the Eagles. So, again, I don't understand why they're just blowing this season off. I mean, C.J. Bethel did have a touchdown, their third-round pick from Iowa. Had one touchdown but 2 picks. Again, Kyle Shanahan is just, it seems like they're just tanking this season. And I feel bad for players like Carlos Hyde, Pierre Garçon, some of those great players on defense, that they're just wasting this season on just maybe winning 2 games or no games this season. I can see this team going maybe 2-15, and it's just sad that this team is just giving up and they're just looking to get the number 1 draft pick, either going to be Kirk Cousins from Washington or Josh Allen from Wyoming. So I don't, again, Niner fans, if there are any Niner fans still, I don't get the tanking here, because you're trying to get this team back to prominence, but they're just shit. No offense, but they're shit. So coming from me in this matchup, and again, if you already know this channel, if a winless team beats one of my picks, that team who I picked makes the list of dangerously and also doesn't get picked the next week. So do I see San Francisco winning their first game this week? Nah. I'm taking the Arizona Cardinals to defeat the San Francisco 49ers. And now the next matchup. It is the Washington Redskins heading to CenturyLink Field to face my second favorite team, the Seattle Seahawks. Now the Washington Redskins are coming off a very tough loss to the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday. They just did not look good. Kirk Cousins was a one-man team, other than Matt Jones and Josh Thompson, their wide receiver, having 100 yards in a losing effort. But this Redskins team is definitely struggling right now. I think it's a two-team race when it comes to the NFC East with the Cowboys and the Eagles. So the Redskins and the Giants are the two teams are going to be definitely left behind. Then on the other side, you have the Seattle Seahawks are coming off a great win on Sunday against the Houston Texans in a classic shootout. It was the best game in Week 8. Russell Wilson had a great game, even getting the game-winning touchdown with Jimmy Graham, who had 2 touchdowns. Paul Richardson, the stud that he is, had 3 touchdowns. Russell Wilson had 5 total touchdowns. Defense got it done for him. 2 picks from Richard Sherman. Earl Thomas with a pick 6. But the one thing that is bothering me about the Seattle Seahawks, they have no running game. And let me repeat again, they have no running game. The only running power they have is Russell Wilson. Thomas Rawls is not having his great year. Eddie Lacy's having his shitty year. I don't know why they even got him I'm surprised Seattle even picked him up. But let me just say this. When they run the ball, it goes nowhere. It is non-existent. They just disappear. So, once again, Seattle, do not run the ball this season. Just move down the field with your passing and with Russell Wilson running. That's good enough for me. So coming from me in this matchup, this one's going to be a good one. They're going to be rocking the 12 at CenturyLink. So I'm going to be taking the Seattle Seahawks to defeat the Washington Redskins. And now the next matchup, and this is definitely going to be the matchup of Week 9. It is the Kansas City Chiefs heading to the Jerry Dome to face the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs are coming off a big win on Monday Night Football tonight over the Denver Broncos. They looked good. They got rebound after that loss last Thursday against the Oakland Raiders, so they got back on track. Alex Smith had a great game. Kareem Hunt had a pretty solid game. Travis Kelce had a great game, and their defense feasted on Trevor Siemian. So they're looking to continue the winning ways, leading the AFC West. Then on the other side of the Dallas Cowboys, who are coming off a big win over the Washington Redskins on Sunday. They looked good. Zeke the Freak had over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Dak Prescott had a great game. The biggest question coming into this game is Zeke the Freak going to be playing with this whole court thing with him. So we don't know if he's going to be playing or not. I'll let you guys know in the comments if I hear anything on that. But that's the big question right now. Is Zeke going to play in this game this week? So coming from me in this big time matchup between two good teams. Man, this one's really tough. I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs to defeat the Dallas Cowboys. And now the Sunday night matchup. It is featuring the Oakland Raiders heading to Miami to face the Miami Dolphins. Now the Oakland Raiders are coming off a terrible loss on Sunday against the Buffalo Bills. They looked like shit after winning that game on Thursday night. Last week they came into this game, just laid an egg. They did not look good. Of course, Marshawn Lynch did not play in this game because he was suspended on Thursday Night Football, so he didn't get to play in this game. So hopefully Beast Mode will be back for the Raiders in this game, and hopefully they'll get back on track. Then on the other side of the Miami Dolphins are coming off just a blowout loss on the road to the Baltimore Ravens, losing 40-0. Matt Moore did his best he could, but he just couldn't get it done. At least it wasn't Jay Cutler, that bum who's staying on the bench. Thank God. But they definitely need a pick-me-up. I mean, maybe almost all the Florida teams in college football are doing better than the Miami Dolphins. Miami, Central Florida, South Florida, Florida Atlantic. I mean, there's better teams in college football in Florida than the Miami Dolphins in the NFL, and they're definitely looking to get back on track. If they stick with Matt Moore, they can do better. If they just drop that bum Cutler, it would be the best thing. So coming from me in this matchup on Sunday Night Football, I'm going to go with the Oakland Raiders to defeat the Miami Dolphins. And now the Monday night matchup that goes against, of course, Monday Night Raw. It is an NFC North battle featuring the Detroit Lions heading to Lambeau to face the Green Bay Packers. Now, the Detroit Lions are coming off a very tough loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday Night Football on Sunday. They did not look good. Most of their offense was from Matt Prater and 5 field goals, and they went 0 for 5 in the red zone in that game. Unacceptable. They went for 4th down at the goal line and got snuffed out by the Steelers defense. And they just did not look good, and they cannot be losing right now with this wide open NFC North with the Vikings being on top. So they're looking to get back on track against an NFC North rival. Then on the other side, the Green Bay Packers are coming off a bye. They're going to be rested. Of course, there's no Aaron Rodgers. It's still Brett Hundley. So they're looking to maybe finally get a win with this pretty solid backup quarterback in Brett Hundley. So coming from me on this matchup on Monday Night Football, I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions to win. I think they'll bounce back after that terrible loss to the Steelers on Sunday Night Football and defeat the Green Bay Packers. And those are my Week 9 NFL predictions. I hope you guys did enjoy these NFL predictions this evening. Comment below, who do you have winning all these matchups? As always, comment your picks in the comment section. And, of course, represent your team in the comment section below. And if you want to put your picks in the comment section, by all means, put them up there. I'm always on to see them. Let's have a conversation about them. I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and, of course, reply right back to you, because comments are absolutely always welcome on the channel. And I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching this NFL predictions this week. Now, before you go, you can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share it with your friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, you can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button, become part of this bigger and dangerous Lions. And I hope you guys have a happy and safe Halloween. I'll see you guys in November for 2 big videos. Later days and peace.